Hi everyone, I just wanted to give you a quick reminder that all of your assignments in the week 1 assignment folder are due by midnight tonight. You should have posted your introduction discussion board last week, but by midnight tonight, please make your responses to your classmates. Also, your journal for this week and your Cengage activities, the MindTap activities, are due by midnight tonight. I also want to take the opportunity to go ahead and let's take a look at week 2. Many of you are ready to get started on that. I will usually try to have the weekly folder available a couple of days before the week actually starts, just for those of you who want to work ahead. I know this weekend is a holiday weekend, so some of you may want to do that. We are focusing on chapter 2 and 3 this week in your textbook. So the reading assignments come from chapter 2 and 3. There are some other resources here for you to review as well. There is also another assignment that is introduced in the reading and practice folder this week. You are going to be doing a Pioneers of Teaching presentation due at the end of week 3. So this is just an overview of that assignment. The assignment for this week that you need to be focusing on, other than your discussion board, your MindTap assignments, and your journals, is the advocacy assignment. So before I move on and show you an example of that, you will be deciding on the pioneer of education that you would like to research in the coming weeks. So that discussion board is posted here in the assignments folder. This is just where you're simply deciding which pioneer you want to do your research on, and I would like for each classmate to only choose one pioneer, and for you to only one person in each class needs to choose one of these pioneers. So when you make your discussion board post, to make it easy for everyone to see, make sure you put the pioneer you're choosing in the subject line. That way your classmates don't have to click in to see which pioneer you're choosing. Now, one thing that you'll notice about this assignment, let me go back to the readings and practice folder, is that you are allowed to do this assignment as a group project. You can work with a partner on this assignment. If you know someone in class you would like to work with, you can look back through the names on the discussion boards. You will need to facilitate that on your own. You will need to be able to demonstrate that this was a group project and that you guys worked collaboratively. And you need to let me know as soon as you choose your pioneer that you plan to work with a partner by emailing me. Okay, so I need to know by the time you post you post your choice for who you want to research, if you're going to work with a partner or not, and that post needs to be made by next Monday. So you have this week to figure out if you want to work with a partner and to choose a pioneer so that you can start researching that. You will be doing a presentation, and you will be recording that to post. So even your presentation needs to be collaborative, and both partners need to be visible in that presentation. Okay? All right, now we can talk more about that next week. I want to give you a quick give you some quick help on the assignment that is due this week. All of your assignments in the week 2 folder, other than the discussion board that's due on Thursday, are due by Monday at midnight. I understand that that is Memorial Day, but you have days prior to that to work on this. So it does not mean you have to do this work on Monday. It just means that it's due by Monday night. You're welcome to work ahead and submit those things early. The advocacy assignment that is due this week is clearly your biggest assignment of the week. So I did make that due on Tuesday by midnight. I'm giving you an extra day on that just in case you have holiday plans. If you can get it done early, please do so. But if you need that extra day, I did change the due date to the advocacy assignment for Tuesday by midnight. Let's take a look at the assignment. If it'll load. Okay, so So one of the most important things about being an educator is that we have to advocate a lot. Teachers don't really get the respect that they deserve. There are lots of policies that are made at the legislative level that we have to be sure, and of course legislators are well-rounded individuals that are very knowledgeable, but they're not education professionals. So we often have to advocate and help people holding office understand the perspective of the classroom and what the classroom's like. So that's why advocacy is so important. So you are, in this advocacy assignment, you are producing a one-page flyer that will inform people about an issue of your choosing. Go on the internet, watch the news, take information from your textbook, and decide on something that is a current issue in education that you want to research, and you want to provide an advocacy flyer for that. Okay, I'm going to show you an example from a couple of semesters ago. This is a flyer produced by another student. They chose the topic of inclusion in education. You'll see that this student has included good visuals, good coloring, and there is also good information in this flyer. I cannot provide it for you because I don't have permission to give it and distribute it. I do not want it to be distributed beyond just you reviewing it on this video. But if you take a minute to pause and read some of the things that are included here, this student clearly did their research. They clearly understand the issue. They clearly understand their audience for who they're advocating, who they're trying to help understand inclusion in education. And it's pleasing to look at. So here is a good example. The student made a 100 on the assignment of an advocacy flyer that the student chose the topic and researched it and created a flyer to educate others about inclusion in education. All right, so let's go back and look at the assignment description. You're going to research the efforts of a professional organization for teachers that advocates for issues in education. This is just giving you background knowledge and understanding about advocacy. Then you're going to gather information about a topic that you want to advocate for. You're going to create your flyer that can be used to inform people about the issue. You want to be sure you make it something that people want to read. You make it visually pleasing. Recommendations are using different fonts, using colors, using images. And you want to be sure that you understand you're bound to a specific code of ethics, and you're held to a high standard as an educator. So your advocacy needs to be done in a positive manner. It needs to be respectful, it needs to be honest, and it needs to be kind in both the images you use and the words that you use. This assignment is worth 100 points, and it is a part of your final grade under assignments, okay? So you have a lot of freedom about what topic you would like to advocate around, and then a lot of freedom in how you want to design your flyer. You can use whatever program works for you. But it just needs to meet the qualifications of including visuals, being grammatically correct, being pleasing to look at, and containing good information about the topic you want to advocate for or against in education. Feel free to reach out to me if you need to discuss this with someone or want to run your ideas by me. That is perfectly fine. I hope that last week when you started reading about this assignment, you kind of started putting fillers out there and doing some research and started looking into those professional organizations. There were resources provided in Blackboard to help you with that as well. But I'm here if you need to chat about it and you want help deciding on a topic. I'll be glad to do that. I hope you guys have a great week. I will be out of town this weekend. I will be leaving on Friday and coming back on Monday, so I will not be as accessible via email, but I will still be checking in. So be sure to read everything read over everything earlier in the week this week so that if you have questions, I can answer them between now and Thursday. But I will be somewhat available over the weekend. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.